Hey, good evening, everybody. How's it going tonight? Texas Redleg here. Wanted to give a little sit rep on what I've been finding here locally at the stores in my area. That area being North Texas, and that would be north of the Dallas area, probably about an hour from the Oklahoma border. What I've noticed over the last few weeks is, and I've shown my receipts, I've kept some of my receipts rather and sort of gone over them, but meat in general is up about 20%, and that's steaks, pork and beef, sausage, even the lunch meats are going up quite a bit. Maybe not 20%, but they are going up. And one thing I noticed today was citrus. So like oranges, tangerines. Normally I buy those little bags of, like, they call them halos or cuties or whatever. And it's like a 3-pound bag or whatever. Maybe a 5-pound bag, I don't recall. But normally they're in plentiful supply. I went to 2 big box stores today, and they were both out completely. Like I said, those are usually in high volume here. I know because I buy them all the time. So I thought that was a pretty big anomaly and something to look out for. But continuing with the citrus situation, since they were out of those, I located some just like, regular navel oranges. And maybe it has to do with hurricanes and whatnot, and tropical storms hitting Florida, what have you. But the only oranges or things like oranges I could find were those navel oranges, and they were 67 cents a piece. Not by the pound, each. And I thought that was, I don't buy oranges a lot, but that seemed really high to me. 67 cents for an orange just seemed like a lot to me. Now, maybe I'm wrong. You guys can tell me. But like I said, I typically don't buy them like that, individually. I just buy the little bags. But they were nowhere to be found. Of course, the coffee situation with the Brazilian coffee crop being decimated. Apparently, that's starting to, I wouldn't say reflect on the shelves at this time, but I've heard from anywhere from 2 weeks to a month, you're going to start seeing a 50%, up to a 50% increase in coffee prices because supply is down. I think it was like 25% of the world's coffee beans was destroyed by this freeze or whatever. Man, that's crazy. But anyway, those are meat, citrus, and coffee. I mean, those are things that people, use every day. And another thing I was going to mention too is I'm hearing sort of locally here that alcohol is getting ready to go up about 10%, 10 to 15%, due to the grain, some of the grain shortages and such. Due to the droughts. It's all relative, it's not just food, it's made for other things, ethanol, alcohol. But they're saying that alcohol is probably going to go up to 10 to 15%, so you might want to stock up, here pretty quick, if that's something that you partake in. And even if you don't, alcohol is a super bartering item. Should we have SHTF, people are still going to want it. Those sin items, whether it's tobacco or alcohol or other things, they're going to be in high demand during the SHTF situation, as many of you know. So you might want to make sure you stock up on those items should you feel the need. Another one, not necessarily going up, but something that I should probably all think about, especially when it comes to your preps and your food preps, is spices and sauces. You know, during a real SHTF situation or any type of constraint on the, you know, meat markets and such, meat supply, you know, people may have to resort to, you know, hunting and foraging and that type of thing. Well, a lot of people can't stand wild game. You know, it just tastes gamey to them, and it tastes too wild, whatever, they don't like it. You may have to spice it up if that's all you're going to get, you know. You may have to have some spices and some various sauces to, you know, help you get through those things. But I don't mind the taste of wild game. I do like, you know, I do like steak sauce with venison and such, but not all the time. It just depends. But, you know, if you get enough spices and sauces, you can usually make something that's normally not in your wheelhouse, something you can get down, you know, at least stomach. Salt, pepper, garlic powder, garlic salt, things like that. But what's it look like in your areas? You know, I know we all come from different places, and the shelves that I see up in different areas on some of these channels is, man, it's decimated up there, northeast and northwest. Here in our area, I mean, I'm seeing prices go up, but I'm not really seeing the empty shelves like a lot of you are. So please give an update on your location, or not your specific location, but maybe your region, and let us know what it's looking like up there or over there, wherever you might be. And always interested to kind of gauge the situation and see where things are at in other areas. You never know. But apparently there's a big difference between just a few 100 miles from here, and, you know, that's a big deal because it's not that far, to be quite honest. So anyway, I hope everybody's having a good week. Sort of wrapping it up tomorrow. It's Friday. Hope everybody has got their weekend plans together, and hopefully you're going to top off some of those preps that you need to. Stop putting it off. Accomplish something every week, every weekend. Accomplish some type of prep, whether it's fuel, food, water, meds, freedom seeds, what have you. Try to accomplish something and get it off the list. It's easy to procrastinate. We all get overwhelmed with work and chasing the dollar and this and that. So try to take the time and get those things topped off that you need to get topped off. And don't get caught short, because I think this thing's going to heat up at some fast pace coming up here shortly. And it's going to be pretty devastating, I think, to a lot of people. So hopefully you're not one of those, and you're keeping up and all that. So please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate your comments, and we'll try to get through this thing together. So with that, keep prepping, stack it deep, and long live the Republic.